is this? Oh no, what a horrible sight! Listen, we can win this battle. Huh? You shouldn't touch mushrooms you don't know. They can be poisonous. What could have happened to the sugar swan? remember means to embrace great pain. I'm so sorry. It was me. I caused all this to happen to the Academy. I was such a fool. To think that dark moon magic would help me. To ease the suffering of those cookies who were born weak. But the only thing I brought was more suffering, more destruction. I am beyond forgiveness. Break this moonstone, and with it, me. The banquet is starting. The Night of the Witches, held once in 1,000 years. This is my only chance. I shall meet the creators, the witches. I must ask the question, why were we, the cookies, created? Why were we brought into this world? If only I can find the answer to these questions, I'd be able to discover the meaning of this cookie life. Only this way, I can build a world where every cookie is happy. Right? The witches, our creators, are eating cookies. The witches deceived us. The cookies were created to be eaten. But I was born and lived. I have my will and consciousness. I can't accept this fate. No! Are you certain? Certain that you won't regret this decision? I have come all this way to learn the truth, and the truth alone. You are forgetting that you wouldn't exist without me. Answer my question. Are you going to abandon your fight for the freedom of all cookie kind, purely for your own selfish grievances? Call it whatever you'd like, but the light of freedom shines upon you no more. Nevermore. I understand now. To remember means to embrace great pain. I'm so sorry. I am beyond forgiveness. Break this moonstone, and with it, me. You... Incredible. The same yeast spores that make up the cookie body, thriving in the wild. I've never seen anything like it. Despite the endless research I've done, this place still continues to amaze me. Beast Yeast must hold the truth of how cookies came to be. I'm sure of it. I must reveal it. The secret of cookie creation. I hear cookie voices. Are there adventurers nearby? It sounds like they might need my help. I must follow the sound and see for myself. These wings! His injuries are severe. Just a traveler. Come on, I'll treat your wounds. These wings... You're a fairy cookie, aren't you? I know about your kind. Back at the Magic Academy, I heard whispers. I've seen threads of forbidden lore in the library books. You are of a legendary batch of cookies, living deep within the land of Beast Yeast in seclusion, tending to a mysterious tree, at the witch's orders. Is this true? I have come to Beast Yeast to learn the truth of how cookies first came to be. I've heard of the legendary Elder Fairy, whose purpose is to protect the world of cookies. If this legend is true, then I believe we share the same goal. You serve the Fairy King, don't you? Let me help. So if I promise to treat and heal your wounds, will you take me to see your king? Everyone, we must stand our ground. Our place now is by the Guardian of the Seal. We shall protect His Majesty or crumble. For if the Guardian falls, there is no way to stop the beast from escaping. I will stand with your Majesty to the end. The seal is already split so wide. Everyone, fight with me! Silverbell Cookie, I just needed to find something. But how much longer are we going to celebrate? We've had endless feasts and parties for over a month now. What? I'm looking for a scroll on the witch's banquet. His Majesty the King mentioned it in passing, but didn't go into detail. Where did the librarian cookie fly off to? There you are! The Song of the Witch's Banquet. Only once in 1,000 years, they sit at a table sky high. Witches from far and from near come to taste the enchanted delights. Secrets of magical baking they share, as the cookies on plates shudder in fear. Oh, Silverbell Cookie, this is it! Yes, this scroll holds the answers to my research. Everyone should be asleep. The Night of the Witches, held once in 1,000 years. This is my only chance. Finally, I'll be able to ask the witches about the truth behind the creation of cookies, like I've wanted to for so long. I'm shaking. My journey to Beast Yeast, finding out about the witches' banquet, and the ceremony being held this year. All this can't be just a coincidence. It must be fate. This time, I will find an answer to the questions tormenting me. I will. I'm sure of it. The answer that will help me build a better world for all cookie kind. It's waiting for me. Your Majesty! So you know. In that case, please step aside. I am prepared to face any danger. I am the only cookie who can walk this path. And what if this path ensures peace for cookie kind? Your Majesty, have you not pondered the purpose of your mission? Not even once? The order you've been given by beings you won't dare to defy. Is that really all there is to you, Guardian of the Seal? No. You carry on with your mission because you believe it's for the good of cookie kind. Because you can't allow the terrible beasts to escape and plunge the world into terror. Then you cannot stop me. For your dream of a world of peace and harmony for all cookies is my dream too. The truth that awaits at the banquet is one I must uncover to build that world. And if my life is the price, it will be a worthy sacrifice. I'm sorry, but I promise you that no matter what I find out at the witch's banquet, I will never lose my love for the cookie world. I will always carry this feeling with me, for it is my weapon to guard the world alongside you, Your Majesty. Give my thanks to the Fairy Kingdom for accepting me, nothing but a traveler, as one of their own. I promise to return once my journey reaches its end. This voice... You're... Where... I'm... okay. Am I really... back? But... Elder Fairy... What have you... Your Majesty... Why would you... For someone like me, who committed such a terrible crime. After I fell into that dough at the banquet, there were times I wished I'd crumbled instead. I wouldn't have plunged the world into such great tragedy, nor would you have needed to use your precious life powder. Your vanilla cookie. Are you also happy that I'm back? Even if I am Dark Enchantress Cookie? Even if I might become Dark Enchantress Cookie once more? But the light of freedom might shatter again. I'm sorry, everyone. I need some time to be alone. Ginger Brave, are you not mad at me? You and your friends broke the Moonstone to save me, and yet it only brought back Dark Enchantress Cookie. You speak as if Dark Enchantress Cookie and I are separate beings. Ginger Brave, do you know why cookies were first created? I don't understand. Don't you feel the need to know your purpose, to understand what to do with the time given to you? Choose as you go. I see. Ginger Brave, if I'd met you sooner, I think a lot of things would have turned out differently. I will join you. Your vanilla cookie. I cannot forgive myself for becoming Dark Enchantress Cookie and bringing so much suffering upon my friends. And for that reason, I must help you fight my other self. That's the only way to repent for the crimes I have inflicted upon the world. I made a promise to Elder Fairy and myself that I would never lose my love for the cookie world. I know it's too late, but do you trust that even now, after I've witnessed the truth at the witch's banquet, my heart remains unchanged? The vine shackles are no more! It's too late. Your vanilla cookie, are you alright? For all cookie kind. Everything has been consumed by the power of deceit. We must stop Shadow Milk Cookie from taking over the Fairy Kingdom. Let's go! He's not simply making up obvious lies, but weaving in threads of truth to his story. Cookies chosen by the gods themselves. Tell me, what did Shadow Milk Cookie tell you earlier? Elder Fairy is right, Pure Vanilla Cookie. If we don't stop Shadow Milk Cookie, things will get even worse. I wonder if Dark Enchantress Cookie is planning to bake living yet hollow cookie shells for the beasts. It might just be. For when I went to the witch's banquet, I found out the way to do so. Let's follow him, quickly! I'll block the attacks. It's time for the final blow. Your Majesty! Your Majesty, no! You must recover! But I am a cookie with only half a life. Besides, this is all my fault. Elder Fairy. Yes, Your Majesty. I accept your order. I cannot forgive this. I will bring him down, no matter what it takes. Not yet. For part of the Guardian's power remains with me. She. For I, the Guardian of the Seal, stand right before you. Did you think it was going to be that easy? I know. I'm truly honored. We're not going to just stand back and do nothing. Pure Vanilla Cookie. Shadow Milk Cookie is tormenting you, isn't he? If you feel like you cannot trust the voice within you, listen to my voice instead. Can you do that for me? Everyone, let's fight together. For all cookie kind. I will continue His Majesty's legacy.
Cookies. So fragile.
Half a cookie? He must mean... Pure Vanilla Cookie. Come on, we must persevere. Why? Why do you keep going after Pure Vanilla Cookie? I am your target, the guardian of the seal. Just focus on me. Everyone, what to do? I must decide. Your Majesty, I can't choose. You passed on your powers to me so that I could protect the seal and fight the beasts. But even so, how can I leave my friends behind? Friends who have trusted me despite everything. I'm not worthy of such power, for I'm not ready to sacrifice everything I know. A heart that beats for one's friends is a heart that beats for all cookie kind. Shadow Milk Cookie's other realm that covered the Fairy Kingdom is receding. What a relief. Let's go. I did it. Thank you for giving me the strength to protect my friends. I did it. I managed to save everyone. But what's that on your head? Pure Vanilla Cookie. I can't forget Shadow Milk Cookie's last words. Do you really think that all the beasts have awoken? Pure Vanilla Cookie. Thank you for everything. Ever since we were students, you've always protected me and believed in me. Even though I was always caught up in my own world and causing problems for my friends. Yes, new vicious enemies and Dark Enchantress Cookie trying to exploit those evil forces. We'll stop them, I'm sure of it. Even if it ruins me. Pure Vanilla Cookie, are you unwell? It's getting quite late. Why don't we continue tomorrow? Yes, you're right. There has to be a trace. A mention of the witch's magic tucked away somewhere among all these scrolls. This kingdom is the very place where Elder Fairy Cookie was once ordained the guardian of the Silver Tree. If there are any records left, they have to be here. Then I'll inspect these rows. But are you truly alright? You look concerned. Shadow Milk Cookie. We don't know what awaits us there. Let's be careful. Don't let your guard down, Pure Vanilla Cookie. Give my thanks to the Fairy Kingdom for accepting me, nothing but a traveler, as one of their own. I promise to return once my journey reaches its end. Pure Vanilla Cookie. 2 things have been on my mind since the Fairy Kingdom. First, the secret to the beast binding ritual. The second, the Guardian's power. Or better said, the witches who granted such a power. I have inherited it from Elder Fairy Cookie. It is only right for me to learn everything about the source of this strength. To defeat the beasts and Dark Enchantress Cookie. I'm used to traveling alone. But this journey, something feels different. No time for pointless reflection. I must recount what I've learned so far. The spirits of the beast tried to break free from confinement. I've never seen a power more dreadful. The first bearers of our soul gems, whose power was bestowed by the very beings that created us. Perhaps they might know the reason why we cookies came to be. I wish to learn more about them. There are barely any records left. Perhaps they were hidden away, somewhere no one will find them. The Song of Beast Binding? I wonder if it holds any knowledge about the beasts. O emissaries, beware of taint. The godly wrath runs vast. Great are their hands, wide are their hats. Long shadows do they cast. Their forks shall pierce, their chains shall bind, their judgment shall be passed. Just as Elder Fairy foretold. What is that? A small note at the bottom of the scroll. The ever-vigilant gaze of judgment shall watch you. From a place deep below, where tears harden, turning into brilliant gems. In the end, the seal has lost its power, and the beasts regain their freedom. The power of the Guardian to contain this ancient evil. There must be a reason why Elder Fairy passed down his strength to me. A piece of this mystery that I'm missing. The Guardian's power, bestowed by the witches. The beast cookies gain their strength from the witches as well. Two powers, sharing a single root. If there are any clues left about the witches, they must be hidden away somewhere in the beast's old domains, right under their watchful eyes. But the power that such knowledge holds must be immense. Enough to challenge the beast's tyranny if kept whole, in one place. That strange tome Pure Vanilla Cookie found. The clues within it pointed towards the spire of all knowledge. And if the spire truly holds the secret of the ritual to seal this evil away, there must be other fragments of the whole, kept by the other beasts. Whatever knowledge about the witches the spire holds, Pure Vanilla Cookie will find it, I'm sure. Now my path leads me to the place. Deep below, where tears harden, turning into brilliant gems. There is no mistake. It's salt. Salt from our dough that we spill with tears, that hardens and turns into crystals. I shall head to the domain of the one whom cookies once called the Salt of Solidarity. Perhaps the answers I seek await somewhere in the land of silence. It's just like all those cookies warned me. This is a desolate land, where even the whispers of wind have fallen silent. Only one thing breaks this absolute stillness. The wailing of wandering spirits who lost the last vestiges of sanity. I may ward them off, but only for a short while. These spirits can never be truly put to rest. A land where the living dare not speak, haunted by the shadows of the long gone. They are right to call this place the land of the crumbled. The wraiths! Wait, these spirits are not trying to harm me. They are trying to break free. salt cookie. The air in this land froze still the moment its master returned to his domain. Those countless cookies behind him. No, they are not cookies. Not anymore. Doughless spirits. Are they different from the wailing wraiths? One thing is certain. I have rebuilt the beast's physical form. My time is running out. Even now, I'm moving closer towards my goal. I must go on. To the silent catacombs, where cookies sought refuge from a great massacre. The steps descend endlessly into the darkness. Finally, I see the end. A space so vast, hidden beneath the earthbread. And the tombs stretch as far as the eye can see. More spirits. Even banished, the spirits keep coming back. So relentless, I can't go further. A cookie? I'm sorry if I startled you. I didn't expect to see another living cookie here. You know who I am? I see. My name is White Lily Cookie. Saint Pastry Order. A congregation devoted to deities of great hands, mountain-like hats, and long shadows. Consecrated grounds. Just as I predicted, this place has something to do with the higher powers. This tomb looks different from the rest. The inscription is effaced by time and the elements, but I can still read it. Embrace the downtrodden. Remember the tormented. Here lies buried the curse of the ones sworn by solidarity. Gloom! Doughless spirits. They won't bother us for some time, but they will come back eventually. Look! They're rising back already! I can't afford to waste any more time. Pastry Cookie, you called this place a consecrated ground of your order. Perhaps you know a safer route? You don't? Oh. Scatter! We must push forward. Gone. All of them. I'm not afraid. There's something I'm looking for. The Night of the Witches, held once in 1,000 years. This is my only chance. I shall meet the creators, the witches. I must ask the question. Why were we, the cookies, created? Why were we brought into this world? But I don't know what will unfold once I find what I seek. The responsibility is mine and mine alone. I won't let other cookies get hurt again. Silent Salt Cookie. I promise to respect the crumbled. So, these spirits can be banished? For good? No matter how many of these spirits we put to sleep, the lives lost in this very place were truly countless. Was among those who saved Charcoal Cookie's ancestors. Their forces must have been considerable, given the sheer size of this place. Perhaps the reason this tomb exists. I must look around. Now that the spirits trouble us no longer, these depths might finally reveal their secrets. Cookies who built this place must have revered those who were eventually laid to rest here. And yet, they placed a statue of Silent Salt Cookie too. Why did they choose to preserve the memory of a devil who betrayed their unwavering loyalty in cold jam? A reminder. The gods you worship, Pastry Cookie. Yes. One question has bothered me all my life. Perhaps you can explain to me something about these gods. Why did they create us so small, weak, and fragile? No, I am sorry. I didn't mean to question your faith. I was merely curious if those who revere the witches could see things differently than I do. Oh? What they cannot see. Pastry cookie, of course. Indeed, this place bears the mark of our creators, as the Saint Pastry Order claims. No, but there are things that remain unseen, lost in the legend of fallen heroes and restless spirits. Charcoal Cookie, can you bring us back to the place we met? No. No matter how much further into the depths we venture, we won't find what we're looking for. I could sense the faint calling of this tomb as I was wandering the land of silence. In the domain of the fallen fount of knowledge, Shadow Milk Cookie, there is a tower built long before his corruption. According to the fairy's records, Burning Spice Cookie's temple remained still, even after his sealing. It was preserved well by the clergy of the Spice Tribes, driven by the fear of the Great Destroyer, rooted deep within their souls. I think it's safe to assume the lands of the other beasts remain largely unchanged. The surface of the Land of Silence is barren and empty, except for the entrance to these catacombs. Yes, the traces Silent Salt Cookie left. They linger here, in the tomb of the slain Kalanamic Knights, where many once sought refuge from his wrath. There's something that's been bothering me about this mystery. What if this place was meant to be more than just a tomb? What if these sprawling catacombs are part of Silent Salt Cookie's domain? Built atop a place that once served a different purpose. Embrace the downtrodden. Remember the tormented. Here lies buried the curse of the ones sworn by solidarity. Though it might seem like an epitaph reciting the creed of the old Kalanamic Knights, it could also point to the answer hidden within the tomb of the downtrodden and tormented. You too conveniently appeared right in this very place, and I can sense it. You want us to leave. You proved me right. If it were an ordinary tomb, you wouldn't be standing in my way. You said it is your duty to care for the crumbled. But you must understand that I too have something I cannot easily give up. Please, I do not wish to fight you. Would you mind stepping aside? He is right. I believe this grave holds a piece of the puzzle I seek. An unseen presence, rising in the shadows. The ones who kept whispering to Charcoal Cookie. Perhaps the ones who grant him his power. What you say will not happen. With time, the spoken word tends to become twisted and muddied. What you know as truth may be a mere legend crafted by someone to keep other cookies away. Forgive me. I've never been good at explaining. You said that all these spirits were once victims of Silent Salt Cookie's cruelty. And yet, you, Charcoal Cookie, and your ancestors had the power to banish these wraiths. If so, why bother to seal them away separately? If there truly once lived a cookie who did seal away the vengeful souls, their story was lost to time. On the other hand, one message shone through the remnants of this half-forgotten truth. Stay away from this tomb. Below lies not a calamity, but a secret that does not want to be unraveled. And once, I already opened a door that should have remained shut. And behind were not only burnt sugar, spoiled milk, and rotten jellies, but the spirits of the crumbled. Indeed. Sealing away a spirit requires not only great knowledge, but layers upon layers of powerful spells. The portal I opened had traces of such advanced magic. But all I could sense here was someone's gentle touch. Because I know some things are beyond forgiveness. Thank you for your kindness, Charcoal Cookie and Pastry Cookie. But... Very well. Let's go together. Down below, we shall find the answers we seek. Cookies. No. I found a long hallway. There were identical rooms on each side, and all the belongings were arranged in a strict order. A living space many cookies once shared. Stronghold. I wonder why they chose to build it in these depths. Pastry Cookie, I found something else. Look! Silent Salt Cookie himself was bestowed with godlike power by our creators. Perhaps those who followed him placed faith in their divinity as well. It's possible that the Saint Pastry Order might have branched off the Knights of Kalanamek long ago. Pastry Cookie? Don't worry. It often happens to me as well. If it weren't for my kind friend, I wouldn't have known how untactful it might seem. And it looks like we're approaching the end of the hallway. You were right. Indeed, this is the stronghold of Kalanamek. That's the script of the fairies. O emissary, sing of divinity across this barren land. Unite the sick, the poor, the tormented, under your banner. Protect them with your blade in hand. O salt of solidarity, we heed your command. The beasts weren't born with malice in their hearts. How curious. Why did they choose to record this tale in style of a song from the Fairy Kingdom? My soul gem? Oh my, it's... The Guardian's power is illuminating the past. Here? Of all places? Because in the end, only silence remained. The light, it's gone. Those glimpses granted by the power of the Guardian. This must be all there was to see. If that is the truth, why was it so thoroughly concealed? I sense dread, drawing closer. They have already tainted our world with their evil once. I must find out what happened after Silent Salt Cookie's fall. When his dream crumbled to dust, it must have shattered his soul. I'm not afraid. The answer I seek is right here. It wasn't the witches who sealed the beasts away. It was Silent Salt Cookie. There is no greater pain than seeing your faith shatter. And yet, if this is the truth, we might still use the same magic wielded by Elder Fairy and Silent Salt Cookie to seal the beasts away once more. It happened before. Therefore, it can happen again. Can't breathe. No, I can't stop here. Not after what I saw. Now I know. All these ages, what you dreamed of giving to Cookie Kind, it was freedom. All these ages, what you dreamed of giving to Cookie Kind, it was freedom. What? No, freedom is not yet lost. My failure, not freedom's. I may have failed, but I was given one last chance to undo my wrongs. To make things right, I need to know about the power of the witches that you used. No matter what lies ahead, even if my dough crumbles to dust, I will never give up! The floor crumbled beneath us, and we fell deeper into the catacombs. Look at all these weapons and equipment. This must have been the Knight's training grounds. I am sorry. I've put your lives at risk. Yes, for that is the reason I came here. And while I haven't reached my goal yet, there is no reason to put you two at risk. Let me try to cast a spell that will help you return to the hall above. Knights of Kalanamic! This corridor is too narrow for us to fight back. Let's get out of here first. These knights must have been incredibly well trained. Magical shield! Sorry, I didn't mean to block your view. I can't tell how many of them are against us. Clad in the same armor, they move as one. I'm not used to fighting alongside others. It's holding me back. What would he do? Would he put the others first, as he always does? Bloom! I'm losing precious time here. What to do? Bloom! But we managed to chase the monsters away from the village. It was a difficult task, and yet you did so well. I must try. Pastry cookie, charcoal cookie. I think I might have a plan. Charcoal cookie, please find a way to hold the knights as long as possible. Soon blades and darts will rain down on us again. Pastry cookie, can you deflect them with your crossbow before they reach us? Meanwhile, I'll try to find an escape route. The third swinging blade from above. The fifth row of darts from the walls. The third pillar after the trap deactivates. Yes! Now! Bloom! Cookies! This way! It's just a scratch. Must have been a fragment from the wall. I had to blast it from up close. I only tried to follow my old friend's example. To look at the situation from your perspectives. I could only imagine how formidable they would be with their doughs intact. Perhaps they led us here for a reason. Initiation trials? What was that? An intriguing topic for debate indeed. There's no other choice. We must escape this chamber before we're trapped here. If what the spirits told Charcoal Cookie is true, the traps in the pursuit were part of the first trial. This might be where the second one begins. This is not one of the ghostly pursuers. Did this knight receive a different order? I wonder what these words could mean. The hall is filling with water. We must keep our dough from getting soggy. Under my feet? This is myself. I'm back in the cake tower. You were in the cake tower? But I was the only cookie who survived the witch's banquet. From the very beginning, you knew that I am Dark Enchantress Cookie. I'm sorry. More and more cake monsters are emerging from the water. I can't move my feet. Please, let me go. I must keep going. No, I never thought you to be less worthy than other dessert creatures. You deserve a place in our world. My dough keeps crumbling away. Born to be eaten, I climbed the cake tower to escape from that gruesome fate. But in the end, I was no different from all those other cookies at the banquet. Instead of saving Cookie Kind, I started a war that took away countless lives. And despite knowing the horrors I caused, I still wish to learn what I am plotting. Nothing has changed. I am no different from the past me who opened that portal. Back when I was whole. I've unleashed the spirits from beyond the portal. And the teachers who tried to close it, It's all my fault. I've ruined everything. Your natural kindness didn't let you see the true me. Now you know. Our goals were fundamentally different. You're vanilla cookie. Bloom! I must find the answer. Charcoal cookie. Pastry cookie. I know words cannot erase what I've done. Ever since I opened the dimensional portal, I faced the consequences of my actions head on. I came here for a solution, for a chance, however slim, to undo the evil I've caused. I have no time to repent. The exit must be in the direction the water flows. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Pastry cookie, aren't you going to ask your questions? Thank you. Of course. I understand. The final trial is about to begin. What do the spirits tell you? You said it would be a test of our strength, correct? This hall must have witnessed countless battles. The floor is riddled with holes, and the walls bear scars from many blades. Such rapid movements. In the first trial, I had to look through the eyes of my companions and find a way through the traps. These trials were meant to prove if we are worthy to join the Kalanamic Knights. This must be the master of the trials herself. But of all the spirits, why is she the first one whom we can understand? I'll stop her! Bloom! She's too fast. I can barely follow her movements. Perhaps the trick here is to avoid the obvious, fighting head-on, and step outside the door. A Dolus spirit. Time is not on our side here. Salt Cellar Cookie has moved away from the door. Charcoal Cookie, create a distraction. She is not a spirit, but a living cookie? What was that? Something's amiss. In the glimpse of the past, we saw cookies who attempted the trials multiple times. The traces of countless challengers remain here. Silent Salt Cookie is willing this place to crumble. Through my salt jam, I can sense his anger for tainting the freedom. Watch out! Salt Cellar Cookie is about to strike! The situation's changed. We must try to reason with her before everything falls apart. Salt Cellar Cookie, please stop! Lest we all perish in the depths! Silent Salt Cookie's final words before he departed for the Fairy Kingdom. But now that Silent Salt Cookie has returned, her duty is fulfilled. Salt Cellar Cookie, the one you used to serve is back. You don't have to guard this place any longer. There's only one way. Charcoal Cookie, Pastry Cookie. I will jump down and take Salt Cellar Cookie with me. You two must rush to the door. I promise. But I believe it's worth giving it a try. Do you trust me? Pastry Cookie, control the area. Leave her little room to maneuver. She's coming for us! It's not time yet. Just a little longer. Charcoal Cookie, Pastry Cookie, now! Run to the door! No. You will be facing me alone. Do you know what it feels like to fall? This isn't a sacrifice. We are getting out of here together. I made a promise. There's something I'm searching for behind that door. Don't say that. I owe my life to the sacrifices of other cookies. Pure vanilla cookie, who had no other choice but to use forbidden magic to stop the darkness I unleashed. An elder fairy, who gave his life to grant me one last chance. I couldn't forgive myself, knowing I was the reason these sacrifices had to be made. But today I understood. I understood what those cookies must have felt. To save a life, one must be prepared to crumble. There is no fate more cruel than being left alone to carry your burden. Come with me, where our fellow cookies await us. I will jump down and take Salt Cellar Cookie with me. You two must rush to the door. I'll meet you there, I promise. Thank you. The salt of solidarity has...
The Knights of Kalanamic!
They're truly countless. They all perished far above, back on the surface. Where are they taking us? The audience chamber? But Silent Salt Cookie never ruled over other cookies. Then, with whom? This must be the place where Silent Salt Cookie sought wisdom of the witches. Now, it's time for me to reveal what I'm looking for. Silent Salt Cookie, I wish to know the secret of the beast binding ritual.
Such arrogance. Look at you, half alive, half crumbled. Do you truly believe you can lay hands on my secrets?
I did not come here to steal from you. I believe that such power is not to be taken, but to be learned. My questions have always guided my path. That is who I am. What if I told you this would help set Cookie Kind free? I want you to know that even though you failed to grant us all solidarity and freedom once, there is still merit in trying one more time. The witches who shared their magic with you might have no longer answered your calls, but you are still here. I want you to know that even though the radiance of solidarity might have faded, its spirit yet lives in these halls. Even if briefly, you saw reason in my words. I mustn't let this moment slip away. For the longest time, I've been pondering the reason why Elder Fairy entrusted me with the Guardian's power. Your plans might not have seen fruition as you wished it. Yet, albeit imperfect and incomplete, the silver tree did bear fruit, the new virtues. I think Elder Fairy wanted you to know this. They live on, like the mark of solidarity you left upon this land. Meaningless suffering? No, it's not. It can't be. Yes, you're right. All the things you said are true. In your eyes, I'm nothing but unworthy. However, were you worthy of the witch's magic, having cast solidarity aside? Silent Salt Cookie, our goal is one and the same. Both of us wish to see the beast sealed for good. For that, you need the soul gem of freedom, don't you? Leave them out of this. Both of us are unworthy. Both of us made mistakes. But we can still fix them. Silent Salt Cookie, listen to me. I'll prove that I will not fail this time. And I will stake my soul gem of freedom upon it. I know. Such intriguing words. I always welcome a debate. Sorry. I was lost in thought. What were you saying? I always make so many mistakes. Now that we're friends, I don't want to mess things up. Hollyberry Cookie, I didn't know you had moments of hesitation too. All those moments of solitary contemplation did help me realize many things. But what good is it to endlessly ponder the questions of the world if you never step back into it? I learned about the burning passion needed to take one more step forward. Scatter! Where are you headed now that our foes have been vanquished? Back to the shores of the Licorice Sea? Inland cookies barely know about the threat of those dark waters. It will be a lonely battle, one that promises no glory. I move forward, into the unknown, seeking no recognition or salvation. Instead, those are questions without answers that beckon me. My resolution. Golden cheese cookie. I once had a friend who could have had anything she desired. From the soul gem that awaited her hidden amidst the endless sands, to the glorious wings that granted her freedom to soar. And I never abandoned my curiosity. All those things I yearned to know. Though weak and fragile, my heart has always known abundance. Pure vanilla cookie? No! Pure vanilla cookie, no! Quiet. You're not pure vanilla cookie. Bloom! Pure vanilla cookie would never approve of the deeds I've committed. I know it. My dough hasn't crumbled yet, nor did the light of my soul gem fade. I must learn about the binding ritual. I can still endure. How do you... I know. That is why I have to try and mend what I've broken. Even if the water was spilled, I must try and gather every drop. I do. That's not true. No. No. This isn't what I want. The soul gem is about to shatter. No, I won't. I will not become Dark Enchantress Cookie.
Our garden lies in ruin. Foul, sticky cream. The stench of burnt butter in the air. War has come to the Vanilla Kingdom. And what of that? All I wanted was a solution, a way to escape the fate of being eaten. The cookie heart cannot be swayed by dreams alone. Violence, war, conflict. Too often we turned a blind icing to what we cannot see. This shield. Pure vanilla cookie. Oh, but I wonder. If one's worth is determined by imperfection, then perhaps no cookie deserves anything at all. Hopes, dreams, they bear no significance if all things fragile and sweet are meant to crumble by design. If the freedom you speak of is only meant to be granted to those who carry no sin, then it's nothing more than a deluded idealist fantasy. Look at you. All of you, who were created to spread the word of the witches across our world. What happened to your mission? How did it all end, You may destroy the beast, their dough and souls, but one day, another cookie will rise. A cookie who shares my beliefs. Once more, the world shall burn in the flame of war. Burnt flour will scatter in the wind, taking innocent lives. And so the freedom you wish for will never come. Is this the future you desire? But not I. If my dough is tarnished by the ashes of my past, if nothing can be put to rights, then I have no other option than to see my plan through. If such is your wish, Silent Salt Cookie, I shall become Dark Enchantress Cookie. And I will seize freedom my way. Once again, I'm falling. To be reborn as Dark Enchantress Cookie. Asking the same question will not change the future. All this time you remain silent, and now you speak to me? Only now, when my soul gem is on the verge of shattering, I don't remember. Ever since I opened my eyes, everything has been hazy. I couldn't forgive myself for hurting my friends, but at the same time, I couldn't help but sympathize with my determination. Did I make another grave mistake? Ginger Brave.
Do you know why cookies were first created? Remember the moments of pondering the nature of cookie existence.
My heart was breaking every time I thought how fragile we are. How we crumble so easily. How sweet we are. And how beautiful our world is. The gentle warmth of sunlight. And the force of life itself that travels across the world and comes back time and time again. How someone willingly gives away their own life to let someone else live. How we carry on, broken, fractured, imperfect. How a cookie who committed unforgivable sins can find their way back to those she once called friends. I thought only I had what it takes to travel here. I thought that only I can endure the magic from the times before creation. That I can't let anyone else fall victim to its relentless force. In the end, both of us are myself. I believe that just like I swore to wrestle cookies from the cruel principles of nature, I alone could grant them true freedom. No, I was wrong. I was arrogant. I convinced myself I was different from other cookies. I let myself believe that I'm more than a foolish, imperfect, burnt cookie who caused so much pain and suffering. Say what you will. This is all a part of my quest. It doesn't matter, really. Freedom is not what one can grant. True freedom comes when every cookie finds the strength to confront their destiny. An emissary of the divines, a hungry beggar, even one whose past is marred with ashes. All deserve a chance for freedom. And if I was born of my own volition, I will guide Cookie Kind to a place where freedom awaits.
The footsteps I have left behind are stained by the ashes of my crumbling, burning dough. If such is the price of your trust, I shall pay it. You've walked a long path. I merely followed your footsteps. My dough and soul are halved. I betrayed my friends, and started wars. Yet even so, I found my path. Our path to freedom. Thank you. What you told me is more important than you think. I can't go back to them. Your story and the witch's magic. I've learned much more than I anticipated. Now I understand why I couldn't trace myself. The path ahead of me will put my friends in grave danger. Like the darkness of the solar eclipse, our time together was destined to be brief. The moment we meet again. I cannot stop now. Only I know what's at stake. Only I know my plans. The witches, our creators, are eating cookies. Is this me? My voice? No, this is not my voice. Countless doughs and broken cookies, all mixed together. So many cookies. All for the witch's entertainment. What is this taste? Cookie crumb? Or raw dough? I can't feel anything. I don't know who I am anymore. What was I? What were we? Our cookie lives? Must we accept this cruel fate just because we were born as cookies? No, this is not fair! I don't want it to end this way! Our lives, our fate. Even the witches cannot destroy what we have forged. We cannot be eaten like this! Cookie kind suffering, all of it, to put an end to your evil! A being of destiny, formed by countless souls of fallen cookies. Their spirits gathered as one in the deepest crevices of space and time, victims of their creator's torment. This being is born of resentment for the witches. It will not stop nor vanish until you, a witch, perish. No, Dark Enchantress. We end here. In the name of the noble guardian, protector of this world, I call upon the ancient power of nature, passed down through eons. By the deep-rooted will of ever-blooming life, I shackle this spawn of darkness! I know. You and I, we both know that we will sacrifice everything to achieve our goals. No! This place is Dark Enchantress Cookie's soul. All this time, your soul has been trapped in this chaos and suffering. Yes, you're right. You are me, and I am you. I won't deny the truth and the despair we both felt. However, because of your twisted ambition rooted in that very despair, far too many lives were lost. Even though our hearts yearned for true freedom for Cookie kind, our methods were wrong. No! You are the weak one, not I! You claim to fight for freedom, to shatter the very foundations of our being. And yet, your plan demands the sacrifice of countless lives. You knew well enough that it wasn't right. But you couldn't give up on your plan. So simple, so effective, but terribly twisted and wrong. You chose a single path that only served you, and willingly cast aside all other possibilities. Possibilities that could be created by working together. The questions that could have brought far better answers than you alone could ever imagine. You lacked the courage to face those questions. You felt despair in a world beyond your control. You were afraid. You were weak. That's why your solution was to force your dark vision upon this world, even if it meant sacrificing the lives of every other cookie in existence. I see it now, clear as day. The unlimited potential of countless voices united is far greater than the twisted freedom of one. Here you are, standing alone, while I have Cookie Kind's hopes by my side. You will never, no, can never defeat me. Dark and changeless Cookie, this is where your evil ends. Even if your journey ends here, the freedom you dreamed of will live on. Cookie Kind will live on, with us in the past. And someday, they will find a better path to true freedom. I long to see it too. A world of freedom, where all truths come to light. But that doesn't give us the right to treat Cookie lives as means to any of our goals. I believe that ending our journey here will become the foundation of Cookie Kind's freedom. We've committed far too many sins and mistakes. I will accept my fate, and I will erase you from existence. This is our atonement wrought. At last, our atonement is complete. Spirits who suffered at the hands of the witches. The time has come for you to find freedom and return to nature. And now, it is my turn to break free. My dear friends, everyone, I leave to you the freedom I yearned for and the future of this world. I return to the embrace of nature, seeking forgiveness for my sins. I once used to be consumed by curiosity about the meaning of life and the fear of its futility. For a chance to learn the truth, I cast everything aside. I wandered the world in search of answers. In those travels, my freedom lost its light and fell into silence, leaving my heart filled with rage towards the lying gods and resentment towards our fates. Thus began my quest for greater power. I vowed to let go of all attachments to achieve it. Consumed by an endless thirst for something beyond my reach, my life was filled with anguish and visions of doom. But fate granted me another chance. Once again, I opened my eyes in an ancient forest. When I was shackled by despair and guilt, a cookie approached me. Looking at that cookie, I wondered how a fragile being, created from divine whim, could be so carefree in this world full of pain and uncertainty. But this cookie smiled and told me this. A tasty jelly could brighten his day, and running with friends would fill his heart with hope for tomorrow. He believed that our choices shape the world we live in. More and more cookies gathered around this cookie, drawn to his radiant glow of freedom. Together, they illuminated the path to liberation for countless others. Even my dear friends who lost their light in endless despair found the courage to shine again and move forward. Indeed, this world is built upon endless possibilities and choices. Abundant yet chaotic, beautiful yet meaningless. There are times of peace, there are times of fear. Small yet mighty, all those cookies embrace themselves and their choices as they are, cherishing their beliefs, supporting one another. As I watched them, I felt like the answer I'd been desperately searching for all my life had started to take shape. I couldn't find this answer in the gods that I sought, having abandoned everything else. But I found it in those cookies, and sensed true freedom at last. Because of them, I felt the light of freedom shine within me once again. And I promised myself to never lose this precious light again. Those countless lights of different hues, shining in your hearts. Those dazzling lights that truly make our world beautiful. I wanted to protect them with all my heart. My friends, what does freedom mean to you? By meeting you, my light was restored. And I hope that each one of you finds a light of their own. Just like countless stars shine across different times and spaces, together, our lights create a brilliant tapestry. As I'm fading away, I hope that the light I've kindled will remain in this world, shining bright for years to come. May our world we share shine bright forevermore. Pure vanilla cookie. It was you who taught me to see beauty and feel love for this world, even when I kept away from everyone. You did it by simply being here. Thank you for reaching out to me, for guiding me back into the sun. Thank you for giving me the courage to seek forgiveness. Those precious moments were my guiding light. Even in the darkest night when I lost my way, it always guided me back home. What a relief to finally tell you this. My one and only precious